Hello everyone, Tony here from Successful Salons. So today I'm super excited to share with you our featured expert inside Successful Salons Club, Ayse. Now this month we are in Successful Salons Club, we are learning all about Instagram and using this free platform to generate new clients consistently. However, what we would love to do is share with you some insight into Instagram with our featured expert, and she's going to share some tips and tricks with you. So if you're a salon owner who wants to be posting on Instagram regularly, however just sits there unsure about where to start, then you won't want to miss this interview with our Instagram queen, Ayse. So before we get started, let me introduce you to her. Ayse is the founder of Surge Social, a social media agency based in London that specialises in working with beauty, health and wellness businesses. After starting out as a full-stack digital marketing agency, Ayse decided to focus solely on helping businesses that help others to feel better on the inside and out. Since working with salons and clinics across the UK, US and Europe, Ayse quickly came to realise that the growing importance of Instagram for credibility purposes, brand awareness, nurturing relationships with current and potential clients, and ultimately getting salons more clients consistently. So welcome.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so excited to share with you some tips and tricks and insights into Instagram with our Successful Salons community. So I just want to reiterate to our community that Ayse has done an amazing Instagram course in Successful Salons Club. It has harnessed the power of Instagram, and there's videos and workbooks and so much goodness inside that collection. So to get started, let's dive into some questions. So Ayse, could you please share with our community your story and what led you to doing the work you do today?
Absolutely. So it was actually nothing to do with Instagram to begin with, or this industry in particular. So when I graduated from uni, I went to this really big tech firm that had, I think it was over 300,000 employees there. And I was just thinking at the time, like, how am I going to stand out? Because I was competing for this. It was like a global leadership development program where you rotated functions every year. So I thought, okay, I'm going to write a blog and I want to showcase on this blog how passionate I am about kind of standing out in the organization and getting ahead and how ambitious I am. And what I realized was that, okay, I can write all this content, but how am I actually going to get people to come to the website? So I started to look into the different courses on marketing. And what I realized quickly was kind of the power of social media, because it was the most simple to kind of understand, I guess, because I grew up with social media. It was the most simple to understand, the quickest to kind of implement, and it was also free as well. So I looked into that and I started to build an Instagram account sorry, I'm going to do that again. So I looked into that, and what I realized from all the different social media platforms that I used was that Instagram was growing the quickest. And there's a guy that I always listen to called Gary Vaynerchuk, who is incredible, and he knows everything about social media. And I remember back then he said 2018, 2019 is going to be the years that Instagram really takes off. So I was like, okay, I want to get ahead before then. So I started to build an Instagram account that I thought would kind of resonate with people who would be interested in my blog. And it was basically just around like motivational quotes and inspiration, ambition, that kind of stuff. And so apart from my like full-time job, I was starting to do this in the evenings and the weekends, trying to grow this Instagram account to try and get traffic over to my blog website. And within 6 months, I managed to build the following up to 100,000 followers. So because I was growing so quickly and because my engagement was maintaining really high as I was growing, I started to get all these direct message requests from people like, how have you managed to grow so quickly? How have you kept such a really high engagement rate? Can you manage my Instagram account? And I was like, manage someone's Instagram account? Is this a thing? Like, I had no idea that people actually did that. So I started to just take on freelance clients, and I just kind of fell in love with Instagram and saw its potential quite early on. and started to kind of consult people on how to do the same as what I'd done, but for their particular industry. Some of them I took on fully and just managed their Instagram account fully for them, from kind of the content creation and curation side through to the growth and engagement side. And then one guy just messaged me randomly on Instagram, was like, would you be interested in selling your account? And I thought, no. Who buys an Instagram account? And then he offered a very nice sum of money, so I was like, yes, I could use this to create my own social media agency. So I did, and I sold my account, and I talk about this in a little more detail in the intro video. But yeah, I used that money to create Surge Social, and I left my full-time job. And I, as you can imagine, going from quite a big tech company, I was just attracting these tech clients. And I guess that kind of left me a little bit unfulfilled, as I was kind of just helping them to fulfill their bottom line, when I started to realize that the companies that I wanted to help were the people who made people feel more, I guess, confident, happier, more fulfilled in their lives. And I thought back to which kind of industries do that, and it's beauty, health and wellness. So I quickly narrowed down the people that I was helping to those specific industries. And as a result of that, I also narrowed down my offering to primarily focus on Instagram, but also just other social media platforms, as opposed to full stack digital marketing, because I realized that the clients or the customers of health, wellness and beauty businesses are clearly quite visual people. So Instagram always resonates more with them. And I just found it to be the most powerful tool to attract those types of clients for my clients. So I guess that's where we are now and what led up to that.
I love that. I love that someone contacted you and wanted to buy your Instagram account. Like,
I had no idea that was an actual thing, that people pay people to manage Instagram accounts for them, and B, to actually buy people's Instagram accounts from them. So yeah, it was great.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it when I hear things like that. Okay, so if we were to talk about salon owners, what is the number one thing that you see holding back salon owners from using Instagram for their business?
I'd probably say the first thing, and this is based off the clients that I have who have salons, is that they just kind of don't know what to post, or don't think that they have the time to post. So I guess most brands, when you're building a business, you think that the content that you have to push are pictures of your products or pictures or videos of your services, and that's what you need to get out every single day. And it's just not the case. So if you have a look at quite a few Instagram accounts, like the higher end brands or brands that have been around for a while, they have the most beautifully created Instagram feeds, and they've clearly got a really professional camera in there, or use like photo editing software, or Photoshop things in there to make it all look amazing. And there's just no need to start off like that. That shouldn't be a reason to hold you back, because I guess firstly, people don't want to be pushed products to or services to all the time. That's not what they're on there for. They want to know more about you, your background, your story, what the brand's about, whether that's for them, if you're offering things that resonate with them, that kind of thing. So just pushing content out there that's designed really beautifully but just has loads of product images or loads of service images or treatment videos, that's not really going to resonate with people, unless you've been around for a really long time, you've already got a great base following, and you do your kind of treatment videos or product images in a way that really, really resonates with your target audience. And an example I would use for that is Sugar Bear Hair, which are the vitamin gummies, and they they do it really well because they utilize a lot of influencer marketing. So they use so many influencers who look absolutely beautiful, who have gorgeous backdrops, who have incredible layouts. So they showcase their products really often in their images. Another company is Hum Nutrition, who have lots and lots of products images on their profile. but they again do it in a way where there's loads of colours running in and out of their feed because they've got lots of different coloured products. So they do that really well. But for both those brands, they've been around for a while. They have been doing Instagram for a really long time. They use a lot of like influencer marketing as well. And when they first started out, they would not have got a lot of traction from simply posting pictures of their vitamins or their gummy bears every single day. So when you're starting out, especially now in this day and age, because they would have been around for a few years now, in this day and age, in order to stand out, it's all about personality. So even if you have a brand that you kind of hide behind, or I guess you want to appear maybe bigger than you are, or you might be big as well. You have like your brand logo and you want to have all your content look quite professional, and you don't want to get that kind of personal aspect across. The way in which you can do that is to use the tone of voice in your captions or your imagery to showcase a personality. So if you think about brands such as maybe clothing brands such as Nasty Gal or Misguided, for example, they have a really distinct personality. So when they write captions or when they do story posts, it isn't one particular person that's doing those videos or doing those filming the content or posting images of themselves. They're showcasing the products and the services, but the way they do it is that they use a very specific brand tone of voice. So say you have a salon that wants to attract young sassy females, then you're going to have that kind of sassy tone of voice, and you're going to post quotes that resonate with them, or post content that resonates with them. Or you have something that's more kind of holistic and like feel good vibe, you would post more around that and post more about feeling good about yourself, meditation, stay hydrated, use coconut oil, all that kind of stuff. So it's really about thinking about who your target audience are and building content out around that. And it doesn't have to be something that holds you back because you think, oh God, I don't have a professional camera, or I don't have access to professional editing software or whatever. You could just be posting anything as long as it resonates with your target audience and as long as you get your personality across.
Fantastic. I love it. So when you're talking about posting and quotes and images that, or content that relates to your target audience, do they need to have some sort of, for it to look appealing and look on brand and all that sort of stuff? Like how do they get there? Like what are some tips that they could do? Like, do they know what their colors that they're going to use? Filters?
Yeah. Absolutely. That is key to having everything kind of look good and appeal to your target audience. So in one of the videos, the one around like content strategy.
Yeah, so they'll have to jump into Successful Salons Club to have a look at the videos.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. What's that? So this is for people that are non-members.
Okay. You know the intro interview that we did before? Will that be shown to the same audience, or can I reuse things that I've said before?
No, you can reuse it. It's not the same audience. It's only for the club members. Yeah. Okay, so the intro was only for the club members. This is non-club.
Okay, cool. So I can re-talk about things.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
so should I ask a question again, or? Yeah. Okay. So when salon owners are looking at posting on their grid, do they need to be aware of what it's going to look like as a grid? Do they need to know what their brand colors are? You know, do they use filters? You know, what sort of things do they need to know to be able to build it so it's pleasing to the eye?
Absolutely everything that you've just said. So I always like to have my content mapped out in advance for any client work or for my own work that I do for my own account. So I use a piece of software called Planoly, and it's free to use. So it's planoly.com, and you can upload 30 pieces of content a month without having to pay anything. So it's great. And what you would do is upload content in advance, and you can rejig it so that it shows you what it would look like on your feed when it comes to posting, and then you can schedule those posts in order. So first of all, I would say plan everything out in advance using scheduling software such as that. There's other types of software such as Buffer or Sprout Social and stuff. I always find that the best for Instagram. Then once you I guess kind of before you even start to map your content out, it would be to get your brand colors sorted. So if you already have kind of a logo, or you've already been using some sort of color schemes with any promotional material you have, it might be like leaflets or flyers that you have in your salon, or colors that you've got on your website. If you want to stick with those, then use that as a starting point. If you're not too bothered, or you want to give it kind of a refresh or a rebrand, or you're starting from scratch, I would hugely recommend starting by going to something like Pinterest, for example, and starting to create maybe a mood board of content that you think your clients would like, your potential customers would like. And then when you start to put your mood board together, you can then start to see the types of color schemes that work with that, and if you think that looks good. Another step you can do is then take a screenshot of that, then go into Google and type in, I think it's Canva color palette generator. So it's Canva, Canva. And this is actually a free graphic design software that's made for people who have no clue about graphic design, and it's so easy to create content on there. So they have this free color generator tool, and if you take a screenshot, or if you have one image, for example, or you might have actually had a logo created that has like maybe 2 or 3 colors in there, but you don't know how to make that into like a full color palette, you can use those photos or the screenshot that you took of your Pinterest board, upload it to the Canva color palette generator, and it will auto populate, I think it's like 5 different colors that you could use for your color palette. You can then take it another step further and go into Canva, create your own free account, and then I sound like a spokesperson for Canva, but honestly, it's just a dream to work with. And you can go in there and you can upload your own brand kit using the color palette that you've just created. So that means that whenever you're creating content from then on, anything that you're kind of reposting from Pinterest, obviously with credit to the original source, is within that kind of color scheme. Any content that you're creating through Canva, such as testimonial posts or quotes or anything like that, you can be using your color scheme again. So then once you start uploading all that content into Planoly, you will start to see that everything just ties in beautifully and looks really cohesive, and you're starting to actually build a brand aesthetic that all flows well.
Awesome. I absolutely love it. It's great. So one of the questions that I hear, or one of the statements I hear, is that salon owners just don't know what to post. So can you give us a couple of ideas, or share with us a couple of ideas that would help them to start posting content? Because you don't need hours.
Yeah. So what I would say is, number one is lifestyle. So I always say, as a starting point, use lifestyle posts. And by lifestyle, I mean content that's already out there. It can be your own lifestyle content, but if you're short on time and you don't really want to start creating all these pictures of you or whatever, just look at what's already out there. So emulate success. So if you find posts out there that are already doing well because they've got really good engagement on Instagram, or you go into Pinterest and it's been repinned loads of times, use that type of content if you think it really resonates with your target audience. So firstly, think about who they are. If they're women who are really interested in, I don't know, say you've got a higher income service, or you've got a service that is kind of luxury, look for people who are interested in luxury. So I would start to look for women interested in luxury products. So go into Pinterest and type in female luxury, or luxury flat lay, or that kind of stuff. Luxury beauty products, luxury, it could just be luxury beauty, for example. So you try and think of all the different search terms around that, and you'll start to see different lifestyle content that's created. So the lifestyle content might be for luxury. It could be a girl who's dressed in really beautiful clothes and she's in Santorini or somewhere that seems luxurious, and she's got a cocktail in her hand or a bottle of champagne or whatever, overlooking like the beach. Or it could be something that's I guess like a mulberry handbag, for example, and it's a flat lay of the handbag with all the products spilling out that are deemed as luxury products. So these are lifestyle types of images that already exist that you can start to save to post to your feed with credit to the original source that you'll find either on Instagram or Pinterest. And you're starting to then build a bank of content of stuff that you know is going to engage your target customer of luxury females. So start there. You don't have to create anything. All it is searching on Pinterest and Instagram. It's that easy. Eventually, if you want to start creating your own version of that, you can use those images as sources of inspiration, so that whenever you're on holiday or whenever you go out for a glass of champagne or whatever, or you're at a nice restaurant, you can take pictures of you there, and you build your own lifestyle content. And then the second type of content that I would say to do is educational. So this obviously takes a little bit more time, but there's a client that I started to do this for who had a really great medical background, and she wanted to portray the fact that she had really solid medical grounding, and she uses that to inform all of her decision making with regards to her aesthetics clinic. So what we decided to do, because she was kind of shy on camera initially, talking about things, was to look at I guess sort of infographics and try and recreate that in a really nice Instagram post. So it could be something that's like frequently asked questions about Botox, for example, or lip enhancements, lip fillers, or whatever. And you could just use like the swipe across style Instagram post, the carousel posts, to answer different questions on that. So it's just a way of kind of showcasing your knowledge, your expertise, the fact that you know a hell of a lot about this particular treatment or this industry, and using your content to demonstrate that, either through digitally created content such as an infographic or FAQs that are obviously presented in a nice visual way, not just a load of question and answers. You can use Canva for that. Or even if you're feeling more confident, use videos to showcase that knowledge, and just think of 3 tips that you want to get across in that video about that particular treatment or that particular topic that you're talking about. Think of 3 key things that you want to get across, and just film yourself talking and post it.
Love it. They're such good tips. So there's no excuse for no one to not get started and start posting content. Now, do you recommend ever they post on their grid daily and stories daily, or?
Yeah, so I say stories daily, which sounds like a really big ask, but it doesn't have to be something that you've created and spent a load of time on. It can literally just be you walking to go and get your coffee in the morning from Starbucks, for example, and you just take a video of you chatting to the camera saying, oh, just off to go and get my caffeine fix, got a big day ahead, I'm doing a sports massage for so and so, followed by a hydrofacial for this person. Got a really busy day ahead, but I'm really excited to do this. It's the first time I'm doing the hydrofacial on this particular girl, and we're going to help to achieve X, Y, and Z to help her feel more confident in her skin. Hope you have a great day. Bye. It doesn't even have to be that detailed. That's just me trying to think of a way of talking about, giving a bit of insight into your day and your personality and what you get up to, but also actually being able to get across slyly the treatments that you do and the benefits of them without pushing them and being salesy. So with stories, it could be something that quick, or it could be you reposting somebody else's post that you've seen that day that resonates with your target audience. It can be you posting a quote or anything like that. It can be something super simple. You taking a picture of your breakfast, a picture of your salon as you're about to walk in the morning, like, oh, look how beautiful it looks in the sunlight or in the snow or whatever. So stories, try and get something up there every day. It doesn't have to be a really long video or something that has advice or tips. It can be something as simple as just a quick photo or a boomerang.
I was just going to say, something like a boomerang. After you've done a treatment and feel like you've got a great result, you could get someone to take a boomerang of you just being happy and then putting up and just had the best treatment. Just gave the best treatment, had great results. Something as simple as that.
That works really well, because it's not just the salon owners that I've worked with that are shy about turning up on videos sometimes. Also the clients that you're working on, the customers that you're servicing, they can be shy as well. So if they know it's just a boomerang that's going to show their face for 2 seconds, that's going to, they don't have to talk on it, there's no video, and they can just be like, after a facial or something like that. Like, it's a really good way to get user generated content, faces of customers on there, that if your target audience is young females and you've got a video of a really happy looking young female, they might be like, oh, okay, they cater for my type of demographic, I'm going to go over there and get that treatment done because they look so happy. So yeah, super simple. There's so many different ways you can create content for stories that can be so quick and easy to do. So for stories, get content up there every single day if you can. With grid posts, it's a little bit different. So I would say typically, if you're posting on stories every day, you can get away with 3 to 5 posts a week. So for my clients, I always create 5 pieces of content per week. But I know people who have really, really successful Instagram accounts who started off using this strategy of posting every day and posting to their grid 3 times a week. If you're posting to your grid 3 times a week, make sure that it's really good content. So it's something that's getting either really engaging your target audience, resonating with them, or providing advice or showcasing your expertise. So make sure they all have a purpose if you're just doing 3 pieces of content a week. If you're posting more regularly, you can kind of interlock it with stuff that doesn't take as much time but might be engaging for your target audience.
So how do you know if it's good content?
You will probably see that from the amount of engagement you're getting from it. But if it's good content, it's
engagement. Do you mean the comments or just the likes?
I would say comments. And if you look at if you've got a business profile on Instagram, you can see the kind of impressions, the reach, how many people have saved your post, how many people have direct messaged it to other people, that kind of stuff. With likes, Instagram are actually going to be getting rid of likes.
Oh, we don't have them in New Zealand at the moment anymore.
Okay,
no.
So it's been phased out here. So it's not reached the UK yet. It started off in Canada and then it's just been phased out slowly into other countries. So this is what I've been like saying for a while, and you'll hear it from other social media managers. Likes have just become kind of a vanity metric. And the same with followers to a certain extent. Like, with followers, you just want to have 1,000 followers who are super engaged and are all falling within your target audience is going to be so much more powerful than 100,000 followers who could be if you've got a local salon who could be from anywhere. Then, I mean, chances are they're not going to fly over from other countries to visit your salon. They might do if it's really good. They could do, but it's much better to have 1,000 kind of locally based followers that could become your target audience or could become a customer, as opposed to either just buying loads of followers just for the sake of looking like you've got loads of followers. Because people know that Instagram gets wiser to it all the time. People get wiser to it all the time. It's such a shame to see so many accounts that I look for when I'm engaging and I see they've got 40,000 followers, but they're getting like 40 likes on a post because they've really just bought the followers. So when I say engagement, it's about the things that people are, the things that people show that people are really, really, really interested in. So things like saving your posts, messaging your post to other people, commenting on your post, messaging you as a result of a post that you've done. That's what I would quantify as a really successful post.
Okay.
But you also have a lot of people who are kind of, I say, behind the scenes followers. So they quietly consume your content and you're really helping them, but they might not let you know until years down the line or something, when they've got more confidence to talk to you or whatever. So for that reason, try to encourage people. So at the end of a post, always include sort of a call to action to encourage people to comment, to make sure that you know that they've seen it and it's resonated with them, or if they have ideas for more content that they want you to do, they can comment on it. Or if you want to cater to the people that are probably more shy and don't want to comment on your post, encourage them to direct message you instead.
Perfect. I love it. So when we're talking about engagement and the reaching people, part of that is your followers, and to gain new followers, you use hashtags.
Yeah.
So can you explain how to use hashtags, please? And how many should you use?
Yeah, so I mean, there's loads of rumors always going around about hashtags and hashtag limits, but Instagram have imposed a limit of 30 hashtags, and that is the maximum that you can use. And I say you should use because that gives you the most potential of getting your eyes in front of your target clients. And the way that you use hashtags is it has to be done strategically. So back in the day, people would just do, on whatever post they're posting, they would just do hashtag Justin Bieber, hashtag like for like, hashtag follow for follow, because they knew those type of hashtags get so much traction that they would probably get more likes on their post. And this again goes back to vanity metrics. So you might get loads more likes on a post if you hashtag things like that, but the people that are liking your post are not your target audience. Well, they're very unlikely to be your target audience. They probably won't follow you as a result. They've probably had automation or bots on their account before that have been trained to follow or like people's content that use those hashtags. So you might be getting loads of likes on your post, but they're not going to convert into customers. So what's the point? I'd rather have lower likes on a post, but know that every single one of those likes has come from someone that could potentially be a customer. So just think about that when you're doing, when you're creating your hashtags. So I always talk about hashtags in terms of sets. So sets of 30. Instagram are also constantly getting wiser to the fact that if you post a hashtag about Justin Bieber and Justin Bieber isn't in your post or your caption, they'll limit your reach because you're not using it in the right way. So what I say is think about your hashtags in terms of thirds. So the first third could be something that's really niche. So doesn't have that many posts on there. I'd say probably around like the 1,000 mark. It's had 1,000 posts for that hashtag. The way that you check that is to search for a hashtag in the search bar, and it will show you how many people have posted or how many posts are off that hashtag. And that would probably be something like really local hashtags. So for example, like if you have a little part of North London, for example, you could say hashtag North London Salon. It's probably not got a huge amount of posts, but if you do that in comparison to London Salon or Salon in general, the people who are searching for that hashtag or using that hashtag themselves are probably based in that location. So do the first kind of third in terms of really like niche hashtags. The second third you can branch out a little bit more, so talk about more about the treatments that you offer and the services or the products that you're selling. And then the last third, when I say that you don't want to use big hashtags because you don't want to attract bots to a post, this is the only part where I would kind of flex on that. So what I would say is still use hashtags that are super relevant to your post. So like hashtag beauty salon or hashtag salon or hashtag salon owner or whatever. So it's still very big and very broad, but it's relevant to what you're posting. It's relevant to you and relevant to your target audience. And the reason I say to do that is it won't just be shown to people in your local area, but what it will do is give you more chance of getting likes on your post quickly. And when you get likes on your post as close as possible to when you posted it, it means that Instagram are more likely to show that post to your followers and to other people who use that hashtag. So if you apply that kind of third strategy, it's just a really good way to kind of cover all bases. So you've got the local aspect covered, the treatments and services and products aspect covered, and then also the wider part of your industry that still generates interest from people who are within your target audience, but also helps to kind of boost that post, I guess, into the eyes of the people that you want it to be in front of.
Wow, look at all that information. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Thank you. So I'm just going to stop there. Did you have a freebie or an offer or anything you wanted to give to the community?
Okay,
Not the
so that's
members.
The community.
So my list is about 10,000. So it's going to go out to 10,000 plus the social media, which is, my Instagram's not even at 1,000, but my Facebook is about 3,000. So so I didn't know if you wanted me to, if you've got a freebie that you can get their email address.
Yeah, I've not got a freebie out at the moment that would be good for it.
So what I can do is I can say at the end of this post, there's a surprise offer or something like that, and then you can sort it out, and I can post because it's not going to be posted till the third week of next month.
Okay, cool. Because I've got the offer that I put on the form that we had in the shared drive.
That's for our Successful Salon members.
Yeah. So,
but I just thought because it's going out to such a huge audience, I thought it would be really good if you could try and capitalize on that.
I wonder if whether it would be good to offer like a free consultation call.
Yeah.
Would that be wise?
Do you have like a tips for Instagram? Like a printout?
No, but I could create something like that.
Because I just think you're probably better, like you can tell me if I'm wrong, if to get their email addresses, and then you can start marketing to them.
Yeah, no, you're right. So I have until, how long do I have to create it?
Well, it's not coming out till that third week. Yeah, that third week of August.
Okay, amazing. So I could do something like a free like content calendar or something with all like different ideas for what you could post on certain days.
Or a 30-day content calendar.
Yeah. Let's do.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get that created then. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
Yeah, well, and just stick up a lead page or something, and then get their email address. I think it's a good idea. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great to collect email addresses like that. Yay, let's do that.
Okay, so I'm going to just talk about that. So Ayse has got an amazing gift for you. So at the bottom of the post, underneath this video, there will be a link, and you can download her gift to you. So pop on there, and I'm also going to share all Ayesha's details, her website, her Facebook, her Instagram, and you can follow her there as well. And obviously, if you have any questions, you can contact her to answer those questions for you. So Ayse, thank you very, very much for sharing your wisdom and your knowledge. I'm sure we're going to see lots of salon owners with great Instagram accounts now.
No problem at all. Thank you so much for having me. And as always, if anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.